Okay, so this is gonna be a quick lock in before breakfast. But yeah, so I what I've started doing is like because I wanna get into like making plugins. That's sort of like the point of this UI framework, or one of them is to like be able to make like sort of like interesting, um, like I don't know, like have controls, like a knob that looks like that, or like a I guess this isn't a knob, this is a slider, this is a knob, like buttons, whatever. Have these sort of like unconventional layouts as like first class features, so to speak. So I was sort of like, all right, let me start by like trying to recreate roughly this UI because like the tracks and stuff. I mean, this is like a very old version of Logic, but like um the the tracks and stuff. It's sort of like uh this we're not going to focus on so much, but just like the rough layout of everything. Um, and then this is going to be like a sort of like list view, and we're going to experiment with list view ways of implementing that. But so I started off right, um, and there's, as you can see, I have two different menu bars, and there's only one. So for some reason, this we need to. I took out update parent layout. Um, I put this in. I put all like the logic for like affecting the parent layout into this function. Now let me show you what's sort of happening here. So when is this getting called? Okay, so all right. So this is our first one. We're reading in depth 0. Okay. Now we're reading in depth 1, and we're going from 0 to 1. Stack should be size 1. We're going to add to the stack. So now stack is size 2, and we're reading another 1, so we're going to have to pop the back of the stack just once. 2 is greater than 1, right? Okay, yeah, and then we update the stack size. For a second, I was like, this is an infinite loop, but it's literally not. Um, uh, okay, so we're gonna pop the back of the stack, and this is where we're popping our first. We're popping this. So this should be calling this. Okay, it is, and this is null. Now that is sort of a problem, right? Because here we're supposed to say, okay, if the stack size is greater than 1, oh, if the stack size is very interesting. Okay, so this is probably doing what it's supposed to do. Current quad, did we pop from the stack yet? Yeah, we did. So so when we pop from the stack, we probably, what we actually want to be doing, we probably want to do that. we probably want to do that. I'm confused why our other stuff was working, but let's see what happens here. Okay, parent layout quad should okay. All right, let's see. Let's go into here. All right, stack pop back. Stack size is 1. Why? Element depth is 0. Oh, okay. So that's fine. So now stack is 2. We're going to pop the back one, but before we pop it, we are going to reevaluate the quad if necessary. It should be all the way resolved. And then we're just going to update the parent layout, and then we're going to pop back. Okay, this should be another one that's happening from 2 to 1. Wait. Really? Maybe we're getting a... Oh. Stack size is greater than... Why do we do that a bunch? Oh my god. Okay. Man. Okay, this is... I hate when shit like this happens. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to how it was. Okay, now let's step through this. How should this work? Well, at the first stack pop back, stack's going to be empty, we skip it, right? At first pop back, stack is empty. Don't do anything. Okay. At second pop back, we are going from first menu bar to second menu bar. We are popping the first one so current quad what we want to do is we want to say at the second pop back, we're going from the first menu bar to the second bar. We're popping the first one. We want that one. We want the first menu bar to affect the parent layout. Parent layout. Okay. So in here, oh, it's right up here, nice. So this gets This is a little confusing. It's a little confusing because I'm unclear. I like it was sort of working before, so I don't want to break anything, and I feel like I'm overlooking something. But that's fine. Let's just. I mean, the process is not is is to just, I mean, you just brute force this. We just think this through. Like, there's not, there's not an easy solution to this. We have to understand why this works the way that it works. So we want this to happen, right? So let's say if stack size equals 1, we're just going to pop it and not do anything. Otherwise, we're going to affect the parent layout. And so with text, probably don't even have to have that, because when it's popped, we're gonna let's run this. Let's see what this looks like. I just want to see it. Okay. So something is wrong. Let's see how many times stack pop back gets called, because it really should be the first one, and then we add, and then we pop, and then we add, and then we pop. That's 3. And then the final pop. So there should be 4. Let's see if we get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one should be coming from, okay, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, that's not right. Alright, let's see what's happening here. Alright, so at the first one, this is going to be, we read in the first element, it's at depth 0, size is 1, element depth is 0. We're just going to, this loop's going to run once, because we already broke there, yeah. And nothing should have happened. Okay. Okay, we're adding, so we don't do anything. Next, we should be popping back. We should be popping the first child. Stack size should be 2. Element depth should be 1. And we're calling this once. Stack pop back. Okay. Stack size is 2. Okay, so we should get to here. And then, let's see, update current quad, left 0, top 0, 40, 20. Okay, that makes sense. Current layout quad. Layout quad. I don't know why this has a layout, but wait, do we have to specify layout? No, it should already, when we call quad, yeah, it should already write the layout. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure why I guess margin by default is 10. I don't know. Parent quad, that should be the size of the window. Parent layout quad. Right, we haven't done anything. Okay. So we're looking at the right things. Parent layout quad exists. Yep. Okay. It's resolved. Let's see. Parent layout doesn't have children yet, so we're gonna say, and it's down, so we're gonna say we're gonna subtract spacing, so then, and then we're gonna say we're gonna go into here. Okay. Parent layout quad dot resolved mask. We've got the top resolved, current quad height should be resolved. So that means top, which is it's not the top of the layout. This is where your ledger is your top left. So current quad height 20 plus 20. So the top should be, it should be 40. Well, this really should be quad mask top. Height, okay. If these things are true, let's just check in at the end. So parent layout quad, we don't move at all left, we move down. Our width is 40 and our height is 20. Well, that's wrong, because our width, that's switched, right? True, true. Height is 20 plus 20, so parent layout quad height. Is there a reason this, why would that be 20? That doesn't make any sense, because, oh, plus equals 20. Because we subtracted spacing. We subtracted spacing initially. Okay. Right. Okay, that makes sense. So the height and the current quad dot height is 20, width is 40. Parent layout quad width is 40. Wait, so this is right. Width is 40, height is 20. 0, and then we're drawing at 40. Okay, that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Okay, let's see what happens next. Okay, that should run once. Now, where are we getting stacked up pop back from? Okay. So this, all right, so first we pop back and size is 2. So then, okay, layout direction is down. Let's look at parent layout quad again. Okay. Left, top, width, height. And then let's look at current quad. Left is 40, top is 0. Left is 0, top is... Maybe this is working and there's a problem with down layouts. Because why would it be switched? Let's see what layout. We're just using layout ledger X, and top left takes. Oh, because top. Top and then left. Okay. Okay, this is my bad. This is my bad. Sorry guys. That is just a Jesus Christ. Okay. See, this is annoying. This is sort of like a weird API thing, right? Like let's think about this, right? Because you don't ever say like what's the left top of this, right? Like, X always comes before Y. Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Stop playing with slime. Alright. Size. Because this is going to be width and height, obviously. So we say, like, we could say OP layout, or we could say parent width, and then OP parent height. Wham, bam. The Draco, wham, bam. Oh. Shit. That is not... No, what we want is OP parent width there. And the height is 20. OP parent width again. And the height should be 20. Alright, let's see if that works. Okay. Alright. Alright, we got our menu bar. I'm not going to do this top menu bar. I'm just doing, you know, with edit functions, audio view. Let's say, do we specify it? Font size is 13. Oh, right. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. And then maybe let's say style children. Oh wait, yeah. Dot children begin text. How do we add text? Is it just literally that and then file? And then maybe we say like dir is layout direction right. Begin text file. Does text give us a layout automatically or no? I don't know. Let's see about this. Let's see if this works. I bet it doesn't. I kind of think it won't. Oh shit, it worked. All right. Let's honestly make this OP content height, and then let's say like the margin is like 5. Okay, that's cool. All right, now let's. Oh wait, there's no file. Let's do something like this. So we have our full menu bar. Then let's say this margin is 0, and then let's say children quad dot top left is that dot size is op contents width op contents height. Right, I was gonna say, oh, it's the parent height, but the parent relies on the child, so yeah, you can't do that. I don't know what would happen. This, you know what I mean? Like it's sort of like, ah, shit, you know what I mean? You can't Google this shit, right? Dot size, dot style, apply. Let's just use panel. I think we have the, and then we need like the actual text color here. 165, 166, 170. '65, 166, 170. And then we do children there. We say begin, and then that. Oh, this gets put here. Guys, trust me, just trust this is gonna, like, this already looks like a lot, but it's gonna be way cleaner. Like, a lot of this stuff, like, you know what I mean, we're using this a lot, so this is probably gonna end up being the default. Margin, layout, this stuff makes sense to explicitly say, but we could also have like row, column that already does that for you. Style, I'm going to get rid of this apply function. You're just going to be able to pass a class right to the style. Text, it's going to be default this. Like, this is going to, like, part of the reason I want to actually build this out right now is because I want to see how it's used to actually make like a full-on, like a larger UI, and see how that goes. So, and see what sort of patterns keep coming up, you know. Okay, that's what we want, but we want this margin back down to like IUI margin to 5 probably, and it's just edit. What do we have? We have edit, we have functions audio view, functions audio view. And we can easily turn these into like buttons, you know. Dot dir tie UI layout direction down. Amazing. Look, this could easily get nope, it's meant to be right. I like everything, you know what I mean? Tabbed over, just one tab. Nobody taking up extra space. Alright, edit functions audio view. Alright. And then there's like a little bit of a space. Let's say quad boom size is I wonder if we can do that. Parent height and then 30. Oh wait. Yeah, 30 by, yeah. Let's see if we can just like create a spacer like that. We should be able to use parent height. Like, we should be able to resolve that, though. Right? Like... Oh shit, this is inside panel. Fuck. This should be here. See how easy it is to move things around? This is like an ad. Alright, now what happens if we do OP parent height? Let's see. Are we calling parent height anywhere else? Okay. Should we debug this? Yeah, let's do this as our last thing for this video. Constraint solver. So parent height. Okay. So what happens? I don't think we're ever resolving this. I think that's the problem. Okay. So let's see. Are we resolving or no? Nope. Running it back. Are we resolving? Nope. Are we resolving? So why is the parent quad... The parent quad should be... The height does get resolved, right? Oh, because child doesn't know. Right? If we say... Shoot, yeah, we parent height and parent width need to be like if we're relying on the parent height or parent width, we need to not affect that attribute. So when we say update parent layout, and let's say we're updating, because we're working with right, so else if I wish we could know the constraint here. I mean, we could do something like contains parent width equals false, bool contains parent height equals false, and then we could say something like if parent height ctx dot stack dot back dot contains parent height equals true, and then this could be like contains parent width equals true. Alright, so let's test this theory. Let's say if we're unresolving the height. Let's see what happens. That should get hit. Okay. I'm scared. Contains parent width. Okay, but doesn't contain parent height. There should be another one. Contains parent height is false. Oh no. This is to the right. This is to the right. Contains parent width. Oh no, that's contains parent height true. Okay, so else if ctx.stack.back contains parent height okay, now okay, now it looks like it resolves. And let's just let's say okay, yeah, look at that. It's okay. That's good. Okay, our spacer obviously doesn't need parent height, but whatever. So this should be for here. Contains parent width, and we should still run it just to be sure. Because again, because something says parent width doesn't necessarily, like, let me write a comment so I don't forget. Should not unresolve the parent's height. The parent's height can then be dependent on other children or a fixed size. Or probably something else. That comment here too. Okay. Alright, we got our little thing. I'm gonna put that back at 20. Okay. Let's see if we can get these panels. Well, first of all, we have two buttons. We have two icon buttons. So we have walk, run. What is that? Is that a fish? I'll just create two buttons there. Get rid of that. Say button. just say A and then B. Let's see if this works. Nice, and we can click them. Okay, but this is gonna have to go into a quad with a top left of OP that, and then a size that expands, and then a layout direction that is to the right. And then we're gonna have children begin. And then that'll be that with that. Okay. So we have our AB. Maybe we want our spacing like at like 7. Maybe that's, yeah. Okay. So we have A, B, and we can click them. Oh, and also let's not make such an egregiously large font size. We do want to support icon fonts. I just don't want to do that just yet. Okay, now we have a panel. Right? Quad dot top left, we follow. Dot size dot dir is going to be down. Dot style is panel. Okay, shit. I gotta like allow us to like just specify classes. Then children, we'll say begin, and we'll say MIDI through text. Alright, so we'll say MIDI through qua off. Oh wait, no, it's all lowercase. And 3840. What's next? Loop, transpose, velocity, dynamics, gate time, delay. Loop, transpose, velocity, dynamics, gate time, delay. All right. The biggest choice. Stop playing with me, bro. Look at that. Okay. So, what does this tell us? Well, it tells us we need probably a sub-container that can expand to the rest of the size. Right? And then we're going to need some sort of grid layout, because we'll do something like this, just to like mock it out. We can say like grid layout here, and then what's next? Curve, and then output 1, 2. Audio object, put that in parentheses. We'll say icon, but all this is gonna have to change. I'm gonna write it out. Icon dev chaff or channel MIDI chaff val as show EQs, show inserts, show sends, show IO. Do they have a slash? Yeah, they do. Okay, now to add all of this to a child layout, let's get rid of that comment because we don't need it. This is the menu bar, and you're seeing this is getting pretty like complex. So, we could separate this out into functions, though. That's the nice thing. This can literally just be copy paste menu bar, boom, done. That's the beauty of this framework or library or whatever. Now this, I'm gonna do a little hack here. Well, first off, let's just make sure that this works. Okay, that works. I guess we probably want to say these things are all gonna be like 150. I don't know. Let's do the So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna say quad top left is layout ledger, and then dot size is gonna be op parent width, and then op parent height minus $30. Well, it should really expand, but honestly, maybe this isn't the right case for it. Maybe we just do content width and content height. Specify down, but that should be the default. Alright. Now, A and B need margin 0. Alright. Okay, nice. Why is there more space here? Probably because I think we have custom spacing when we probably don't even need it. Alright. I know I said this was going to be a quick one. We're almost at, Alright. Alright, we'll figure out the spacing later. I feel pretty good about this. I feel pretty good about this so far. We've got the beginnings of a UI. I mean, it's like pretty straightforward to write this. I think the next video, I'm going to clean up the API. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm already seeing a lot of patterns that I'm reusing. But, all right, good shit. Peace.